Hey guys, what's going on? I am Jack. Welcome back to Log Cabin Firewood. We have been busy over here at the wood yard. I've been neglecting things, like usual, because everything else is more important. And the grass. It's wild how nature takes over when you leave it alone. The grass over here has kind of taken over around our bins. So I'm gonna go through and get this weed eated. I mean, I don't know if you could tell from there, but you can see here, some of this stuff's probably 2 foot tall in spots. I need this to get cleaned up because I want to put another bin here eventually, and I need to, actually, this is probably good. I might just pull these two right here and build a wall straight across there and just make a small bin with what's here. Maybe replace the couple pallets that they ran over with the tractor or they fell through. Or I might just add a pallet on top. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. We shall see. But this bin here, I haven't even got started on yet. It got overgrown, overtaken. Looks like a tree fell into the corner of my bin and it took out a post. Yeah, this thing definitely took out a piece of the bin. It is what it is. This stuff's almost ready to start bundling, bagging this up. But I've got both fire pits going because I made a mess of the nice milling parking lot yesterday. So I've been going through and scooping up and raking up the sawdust. And I also brought my blower so I can kind of clean up the remnants of it. I'm just gonna blow everything up towards the wood pile. I do have a load of wood on the truck from Funk's. So today's gonna be a little bit of cleanup. If I have time, I'm gonna get into this maple over here and continue cutting and splitting this stuff up into the bin that the landowner and I are going to stay warm with. And then subsequently, we're gonna continue working on this junk pile too. But for right now, a little bit of weed eater, a little bit of music. Thank You Scientist is who I'm going to be jamming today in my headphones. An awesome band out of New Jersey. This vocalist, it's kind of like jazz fusion, and it's what I really love. I love crazy busy instruments with awesome melodic, beautiful vocals. And it's metal to me in my eyes, like modern day metal, like, you know, Between the Buried and Me, The Faceless, Cattle Decapitation. I mean, even though that's kind of like, I don't know, I guess it's still metal. That stuff is just what excites me. That's what I like. I've always played progressive metal, and this kind of jazz fusion, progressive jazz really strikes my fancy. And I just found these guys a couple of days ago. I put on Stop, Drop, Rewind, another awesome band. I put on their like radio, and Thank You Scientist was one of the bands that popped up, and I instantly went to their albums and just started rocking them. Phenomenal. Check them out. Thank You Scientist. The old Axis needs a little bit of go-go juice. So we're gonna put some gas in this, put some gas in the generator, because this can is swelling up on me. It's pretty warm in the sun right now. I think it's about 82 this morning. Got all the weed eating done. Looks a lot better around here. I'm going to go over here to the maple next with the 500i and start getting some of that stuff cut down. Probably just cut it in half. A lot of it's like 26 inches. I can do 24 inches on the Eastonmade Axis. And I'm going to repeat myself, but a lot of people don't know that all Eastonmade equipment is standard 24 inches. You can order the 511 and up in a 36-inch stroke if you want. But standard is 24 inches. With the exception of the box wedges. The box wedges are 23 and a half because the pullback arm overhangs the knife of the wedge by a ½ inch. So that way it actually drops back down into the tray. So you do lose a ½ inch if you're running a box wedge. I don't know anyone that runs more than like 20-inch wood, but that's me. That's Maryland. Some people might. I think Shibe runs 22, so maybe I do know one person that runs bigger than 20. Everything I burn's 20, or everything I burn's 16. But it's personal preference. It's whatever you choose. There's no right, there's no wrong. It is a lot easier to sell 16-inch pieces. It's easier to measure a full cord that way. Let's put some gas in the conveyor and we'll go cut some maple. It's crazy how much pressure builds up on this. I just closed it up and walked around the machine. And I am leaking. Time for a water. we got the rest of this mess, is what I'm gonna call it, cut up. It's gonna be some good heat. I mean, a lot of this stuff, I mean, this right here is probably 22 inches. There were a couple that I left that were 24, like this one here. It's exactly 24 inches. I should be able to get it into the Axis. But that's gonna be on the next video, because I'm probably gonna go grab a bite to eat. It's been a good, probably hour and a half over here. We got everything cleaned up, with the exception of their scrap pile that somebody brought some dirt in and all that junk was in it, so they gotta get rid of that. But we got everything weed eated around here. The I burn everything in the world fire pit is still just burning away, and this one over here kind of gave up. It did not want to burn, so I'll probably dump it into that one. We got everything cleaned up. I'm gonna try to get this thing full in the next day or two. That way I could start filling this one up with some good wood again. I might even pull this wood out and start fresh, because that stuff has been sitting for a couple months. I could probably stack that up at the house, and that'll be good for home heating wood. This one still has to get cleaned up, but yeah, it looks good. It's presentable again. I can actually walk through here without being scared of ticks. Ticks have been horrible for me. How have they been for you guys? You know, we typically only get a couple ticks on the dog. I mean, Taryn takes her everywhere. I mean, they're hiking every Saturday and Sunday for hours on end, and she might get 1 or 2 on her a year typically. I bet we've pulled 6 dozen off of her this year. And the little baby seed ticks, I guess you call them, they're crazy. And since the dog sleeps in the bed, they love me for some reason. They always climb up my legs and they get me in my groin area. And they do about 20 different test bites, and then I get super, like, I guess I'm allergic to ticks, but whatever they do, their test bites, they tear me up. So it looks like I've got like bumps all over me, and it's because of the ticks. But take care of each other. I will bring you back on the next adventure, getting this stuff into the bin. Appreciate you watching. Hope you're doing great. Have a great rest of your day. Smile, because I'm gonna smile. See you next time. Thanks again.